Hi, I'm Virginia, and I've been a medical writer and content creator since 2020. So, in this video, I want to explain what happened in the past month. So, I went on holiday. I actually took 4 full weeks off work. So, that means no creating anything, no writing anything. I actually decided to just have a scrapbook instead. But I will admit that I replied to 2 emails during those 4 weeks, and those are like priority emails. And I did check LinkedIn like once a week, and it was usually in the evening after we had a full day of activities, and you were just kind of just chilling in the hotel or Airbnb wherever we were. So how did I manage to get 4 weeks off work? And what am I doing right now? What's next? So the first thing is I took 4 weeks off because I just needed a break and life is for living. And I never want to forget that it doesn't matter how much work you do, how much money you make, if you forget to actually experience life and spend time with your loved ones and just forget that, you know, work exists for a short period of time. It's definitely a privilege. It's definitely something that we had to plan for. And we booked the tickets all the way back in December. It was like a Christmas gift for me and my husband to ourselves. So, this is fully funded by ourselves. We weren't like paid to go on holiday. And we just really needed a break, especially after lots of changes in our life. And we also celebrated our wedding anniversary as well, our 6-year wedding anniversary. So we did some planning to try and make sure all of our projects were wrapped up before we went away, and then also make sure that I didn't take on anything new that would overlap during the time that I was away. So it required a lot of effort and a lot of planning, but it was definitely 110% worth it. So if you ever want to just take some time off and you feel like you need more than 1 or 2 weeks, then it is possible. And I feel like I've just proved that to myself. And now I am really excited to kind of share with you how it felt and if I would do it again and kind of what I'm kind of excited for next. So I think that first of all, it made me realize how much being a freelancer and a business owner is super important as a medical writer and content creator. Because if I, was basically told I could only have a maximum of 2 weeks in a row to, have holiday, um, I don't think I could deal with that. I think sometimes we need more than 1 week or 2 weeks, and it just gives you a sense of freedom. And I do miss being on holiday. But then also, while I was on holiday, I felt that I was able to just relax a lot. And it's difficult to relax when you're constantly in work mode because, you kind of do your work week Monday to Friday, then you have your weekend off. But then in that weekend time, you're kind of thinking about what happened last week, and then you're kind of thinking about what's going to happen the following week. And so you kind of just always in this little, I don't really want to call it a hamster wheel, but it does feel like a cycle that you kind of go in and out of, and the weekends are supposed to be a break. And for me in particular, I don't really have weekends. So I do take meetings, I do create content, I do all kinds of things at the weekend. And that's because sometimes it's just more quiet at the weekend to get stuff done. And I feel like during the week, I'm getting messages and emails I have to respond to, but at the weekend, things are quiet in that sense. I'm not getting so many of those. So I'm able to work in a more focused environment. And then also, I feel like it's something that is, something that I think about a lot is what do I want to do kind of long term? How can I work in a way that's sustainable? And I have heard some people say that they work in cycles. So when you're a medical writer, it depends what type of medical writing you do, but there are seasons of work. So, for example, at the beginning of the year, kind of like when it's January, February, it's really, really busy because everyone is getting into work, after the kind of winter holidays or Christmas, if you celebrate. And then it kind of becomes quite busy all the way up until spring. And then people start to think about, the summer holidays, and summer tends to be quite quiet. And then when it's autumn and everyone's back from the summer holidays, that tends to be another kind of peak season for stuff to happen. So generally, the way that we work is in seasons. And that's why we decided to take our holiday kind of, between May and June, because not much is happening during that time. And I think when we got back, we realized, it's summer and it's a little bit quieter, but it also means that we have a chance to kind of get back into it more slowly. And I think that in terms of long-term sustainability, I really want to work in a way where I've got time to help people get into medical writing, like you, if you're watching. And also, I want to be able to express myself creatively and just for the joy of creating stuff. So, with my channel, Pharmacist Virginia, which is like a public health education channel, I really love collaborating with like the NHS and the UKHSA and WHO and hopefully other people as well, and doing things maybe differently with brands and just trying to reach people with a message to help them with their health. And that is what I find really fulfilling and rewarding. And also doing community projects like Medical Writer Magazine or posting stuff on LinkedIn. And I find that, the busier I get, the less time I have to create content that I just want to enjoy making. And so that's really important for me. And it's always really, really lovely when I get a message from someone that is, oh, I found your YouTube channel, or oh, I found your LinkedIn post really helpful, or I found your blog. And it just means that I'm going in the right direction. And I really, really love those messages. They just really give me the kind of motivation and momentum to keep going. And I really love that. So thank you if you've ever, written me a message or left a comment or liked one of my posts or watched a video or even just done something small like that. It's, I really take it to heart, and I just wanted to say I really appreciate it and I really love it. And thank you so much. It helps to keep me going. And the community is more than I ever could have imagined in terms of support, because back in 2021 and I was just by myself and I was like, what am I doing? Trying to change career from pharmacist to medical writer, maybe, content creator, video creation, just like I don't know anything. Um, but everything that I did learn, I tried to teach it to someone, and then, they shared what they knew, and that's what a community is. It's about teaching each other, supporting each other. And I think that's just basically essentially been the path that I've kept going down this whole time, even though I was made redundant like twice. And then in January, by choice, I just felt overwhelmed and left where I was in terms of like my main part-time job. And I think sometimes you have to make decisions which are scary and you need to try something new. And then when you go through that experience, you realize it wasn't that scary, and you go through a period of growth, and then you do something crazy like take 1 month off, which is what I just did. And I felt like, once you have built that supportive community around you, you've got your, network. Network is like such a corporate way of calling it what it is. But really, I think relationships with people is the thing that's going to make you more successful in life. And I think that if you haven't thought about networking and you're just focusing on things like job boards or sending emails, and you're not like jumping on a video call or going in person to a conference or having a meeting, just like have tea or something with someone, even if it's not to like ask for work. Maybe you just want to help someone out. That's how relationships happen. And we need to remember that as much as we want to, I want to be a content creator, medical writer forever, I can't do it on my own. And I love meeting new people. And I would encourage you to always try and connect with new people and then nurture your relationships. So it's not that you get to know someone just for like a day or one conversation. You have to follow each other's story, motivate each other and things like that. So I'm sorry for rambling for like 10 minutes. But I definitely feel like having a break was much needed, and I feel really, awesome to be back. And I really hope that if you want to learn anything from me, please let me know in the comments below. And I've also created the ultimate guide to medical writing. So if you want to learn from me, then check out the link in the video description. And other than that, just, keep enjoying the videos that I'm creating, all of the content I'm going to be putting out soon. So I hope you enjoy that. And there'll be more free webinars and maybe some other free stuff to look forward to. So thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoy what's next. There is Medical Writer Magazine issue number 2 coming out in July. So that's this month. Today is the 6th of July. And I'm going to be working on that with Nicole. She's super amazing as my co-editor. And I think that, there's the International Medical Writers Association, which I'm working on, and I can't wait to invite all of you to join in that community. So I hope you're looking forward to that. And you can check out the application form for that in the video description as well. I'll leave it down below. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And I look forward to connecting with you more and building relationships with more of you that watch and reach out to me and send me lovely messages. It's just so nice. And I'm so, so grateful. And I'm in such a privileged position to be where I am today. And just keep believing in yourself. I believe that, if you can dream it, you can do it, then keep going. All right. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.